welcome back to Two Eras, One Tune with me, Craig.
And Rylan.
And today we're going to delve into a song request. This has been requested a couple of times by two different people. And it's our second helping of a Simon and Garfunkel track. So we did Elvis, Bridge Over Troubled Water. And today is another cover of one of their songs, The Sound of Silence by Disturbed. Don't know too much about the band Disturbed. I believe they're a heavy rock metal band from America. So it's going to be interesting to listen to their take on this classic song. I'm a big fan of the original. So we'll jump straight in and see what we think of this one.
Yep.
Hello, darkness, my old friend. I've come to talk with you again, because a vision softly creeping left its scenes while I was sleeping, and the vision that was planted in my brain still remains within the sound of silence. In restless dreams I walked alone, narrow streets of cobblestone, neath the halo of a street lamp. I turned my collar to the cold and damp, when my eyes were stabbed by the flash of a neon light that split the night and touched the sound of silence. And in the naked light I saw 10,000 people, maybe more. People talking without speaking, people hearing without listening, people writing songs that voices never share, and no one dared disturb the sound of silence. Fool, said I, you do not know. Silence like a cancer grows. Hear my words that I might teach you. Take my arms that I might reach you. But my words, like silent raindrops, fell and echoed in the wells of silence.
The lyrics are like a lot different than what we've heard before, and that's what I think I like about it, with like the sound of disturbed silence, and it's like a slow kind of voice, and then it picks it pace up in some places and drops it in others, so it's a lot of layers.
Yeah, and normally we'd pause earlier on in the record, but I kind of got engrossed in that, I must admit. I was very impressed with that version. It did really make me think about the original Simon Garfunkel song. So this song is about how, as we advance, and this is my take on the song. So as we advance as, you know, human beings and technology, and we become increasingly more sort of isolated, and people feel more isolated, detached. So when this song was written in the 60s, we were probably, I don't know, 15 years on from the invention of the television. And television was brought into people's households, and so, you know, that became the focal point of the family home. And now, 40 plus, 50 plus years on from that, and where we're, I mean, I don't know when this was released, but it seems relatively recent. We've moved further away from having a conversation, the sound of silence.
Yeah.
People talking without speaking. So there's people hearing without listening. So it's as if we've lost that basic necessity to communicate with one another and to talk. Not only talk, but actually actively listen to what people are saying, because that takes things on a different level, emotionally. Actually listening to what somebody's saying, because sometimes if somebody's saying something, you also get a sense of their emotion with what they're saying as well.
Yeah.
I'm just going to rewind it a little bit. People writing songs that voices never share and no one dare. It's, you know, people wanted to express messages in language that they don't feel that they're able to.
People hearing without listening, people writing songs, and voices never share, and no one dare disturb the sound of silence. Fool said I, you do not know. Silence like a cancer grows.
And that's it. It's crept up on us. This change in society and how we value all the superficial things in our lives rather than the things that actually could add more value to our lives, like engaging with one another, talking, and it's crept up like a cancer grows, silent.
Yeah.
But it's destroying the very fabric of actually what makes us human beings in a way.
Yeah.
That, you know, being able to use language to talk to one another, to show emotion, to express emotion.
Because like sometimes you don't realise it, because if it's like over a period of time, you don't realise it because it's like a slow development. So it's like hard to put a stop to it if you don't actually realise it.
It's just that as we progress, it's like a divergence. It's like as we develop and believe that we're improving things and developing new ideas, and we're moving away from fundamental. I mean, you know, fundamentally what we are as human beings. And again, we're now in an era of AI,
Yeah.
and what does that mean to how people are going to communicate, actually communicate on a level where we're expressing emotion and you believe and you know that there's something genuine in what somebody's actually saying, as opposed to it being something that's been artificially generated.
Yeah, because you don't know what's real and what's fake now on the internet and that.
So you just perhaps choose not to believe anything. And then where would we be as a species?
Hear my words out of my heart, teacher. Take my arms and of my heart, reach you. But my words, like silent raindrops, fell and echoed in the wells of silence. And the people bowed and prayed to the neon god they made. And the sign flashed out its warning, and the words that it was.
And that is exactly it. And the people bowed and prayed to the neon god they made. So all this superficial stuff that we worship, iPhones, phones, the amount of time, you know, you can have two people sat next to one another, both of them on the mobile phones, you and me, and no engagement, no conversation, no. Or you could even have 100 people sat on a train, perhaps. No engagement, no conversation. And we worship these things that actually don't really truly bring anything into our lives other than knowing what's happening in the news, or, you know.
Especially like when, instead of like going out with your friends, you just like sit on your games and play with them, and there's no actual face to face.
Yeah, exactly. People playing. I do get the attraction of it, of you know on Xbox or PlayStation and talking to your mates on online, if you will, and they're sat in their bedroom and you're sat in your bedroom, and but I'm sure that there was a lot more value in, when I were a kid, playing out in the street with my mates.
And it's probably a lot more creative because you have to have ideas what to play.
Yeah, it's and I'm not saying, and each generation's different, but I do fear for the future around how we engage with one another. And I could be seen as a bit of a contradicting, because here we are, sat in this room, reacting to music videos for the people that are worshipping YouTube.
Yeah. And I can't actually remember the last time I played like Kirby or something.
No. But I do think everything is fine in moderation and using technology but don't, we shouldn't lose sense of what we are as a species, as human beings, and we thrive on interaction and engagement. Because if that wasn't true, then why do we worry so much about so many people being isolated? People needn't feel isolated, or because that in turn then affects people's mental health, their well-being.
Sign flashed out its warning, and the words that it was forming. In the sign said the words of the prophets are written on the subway walls and tenement halls.
Excellent.
And I really enjoyed the end bit with all the musical.
Very
things,
theatrical,
I know.
very almost operatic. His voice as well, though, is kind of operatic. Enjoyed that.
That end bit reminded me of something like out of Captain Hook or something. Pirates of
Hook.
Caribbean.
Oh god. Yeah. It just put another layer on the original Simon and Garfunkel's version of that, and you know, both with equal merit, because, and I think it's really good that this version was actually done, because it highlights even more, if ever it was intended, that the Simon and Garfunkel one version was almost apathetic to the situation, whilst the lyrics obviously the same. It was almost, and again it's 60s 70s, it's almost as if, yeah, everything's as it is, but you know, it's like it was a bit more upbeat, the tune. Well, this one is like things need to change, people need to be communicating with one another. That was really good, really good. A song for the soul. That.
Yeah. It's almost like a statement to the world, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. You know, technology advancements is fine, but you know, let's not let it replace what it is we are fundamentally as human beings, and because you're on a slippery slope there to extinction. Only extinction in terms of how we live our daily lives. You know, it's, you know, and there's all those things around science fiction that in the future you won't be eating a meal every day, you'll just be having a pill in the morning and that'll be it, and then you'll get out of your capsule. You won't actually go to work because whatever you need to do will be there.
Like a death?
But it's all that's doing is reinforcing people being isolated.
Yeah.
Battery chickens, battery hens, whatever. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed that. It was a bit dark, but it had to be, I think. If you do have any recommendations for future content, please put them in the comments box. If you haven't done so already, please subscribe, and of course give us a like.
And if you have like any Christmas recommendations, as it is getting closer to the time now, please drop them in the comments below, as we are trying to get through most of them.
Yeah, so we're looking at doing a bit of a Christmas countdown of Christmas songs. We won't be able to get to all of the recommendations, and thank you for those that have already recommended some thus far. We will look at getting as many together as we can, and as we run up to Christmas, there'll be some really good content being shared, and a couple of nice surprise presents, I think, as well. I won't say too much.
So again, thank you for watching.
Thank you, bye.